my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made to kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, now Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Minshew throwing on third down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Call that a very strong gain of 24. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just start out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, box drop. On
2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Bell. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He'll return it from the 6. And some strong running. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Hey, Charlie! Go.
From the 40 now on second down, Minshew. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Funchess is free. Touchdown, Giants. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's great. Hey, check it.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
To throw again, Brady. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Brady going to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey!
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Got his man, it's Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And Eifert has it. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Ajayi. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? Let's set a time. Hey, exit.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a pass complete here to Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Slam, slam, slam.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Ajayi. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Minshew. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here's Minshew going deep this time for Miller. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times... We sat in meetings with coaches, and they used the term complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Hey, Haywood! Let's go!
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Steven Sims. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Shit.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Minshew, first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. This is Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, baby.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Going deep for Eifert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
50, plant. You draw corker. Hey, Delta.
Down. Minshew. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah. Think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cameron Batson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 4th down, Minshew. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Wait 20. 51 for mine. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Goes 50.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Dances by him. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Wait, that. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some. Every time I'm through, same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. The magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Win comes in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's the one. Pocket the dance. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her 1 foul. Tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Haven't ever seen a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I don't gotta make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in your pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They should take it to 10. Hey.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me. them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your brum, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bit this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field.